to the Visionaires podcast, where visions meet execution. Right? This podcast is for the visionaries. It's for the builders, the seers, those who see beyond what is and build what could be. Today, I'm joined with an illustrious group of entrepreneurs here in the city, right? Every successful business begins with an idea, but ideas don't become movements on their own. They require vision, execution, marketing, and trust. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the leadership team behind DRG Entertainment to learn how they built one of Huntsville's growing entertainment brands. So sit back and listen, and we're gonna talk to a couple of people and learn, all right? So first of all, I want to say thank y'all for on the show. Thank y'all for welcoming me. And me coming on the show, I appreciate y'all.
And thank you for having us.
For sure. So the first question I want to ask is this, right? I saw an interview of you, and you were talking about when you see a vision, you move, right? How does that work? Like, I want to get a little bit more context on that. When you see a vision and you move, what do you mean by that?
When I see a vision, I move. It's one of those things like I can just see it, right? I see how I want to set it up. I see the people that I want in play. I just know like it's time to go. If I don't see a vision and I can't see like what it looks like for me, I'm not gonna move on it. So when I started when the vision came to me for R&B on the line, like I knew who I wanted to be positioned on that porch as the first band. I saw the community sitting on the lawn. I saw food trucks, I saw vendors. I didn't know exactly who those people were gonna be, but I saw people coming in, I saw it. And for me, it was like, it just came and it was like, just do it. And so I just reacted, and that's just how I went,
Right.
Okay. Yeah. And then, so Jay, she had the vision. How did that come to you? What was your part in making that vision come true?
So when she presented it to me, again, I know how she is. I've been with her my whole life. My mom. So when she sees a vision and she wants to move on something, she's going to do it. 9 times out of 10, by the time she presents it to me, she's already made a decision that she's going to do it. She just wants to hear my opinion or what my take is on how she should go about doing it. So when she presented me with the R&B on the line take, initially, it wasn't the name when we first had the conversation, but she did say that she wanted it to be R&B and that it was going to be, outside event on the line. So one of my first questions was, okay, you're coming to me. What age group are you looking to be involved? How do you want that to be presented? Because that was kind of me, again, having a marketing background and being the thing that I do. I was thinking about it. So when she told me, she wanted grown people, adults, I'm like, okay, but I'm an adult. Are you saying you want a 30 crowd, late 20s, 40s, 50s? How what's the gap here? So she said, of course, she wanted it to be a more mature crowd, 40 and up. But if people younger came, that's fine. But she definitely wasn't necessarily catering to that age group. Okay. So that's how it was presented to me. And again, I know how she is. I knew it would work. In 3 days, the turnout that came, I can't say that I knew it would be that big. Right. But I knew it was a great idea when she presented it, for sure.
Hold on, I don't want to go too far with it. I appreciate that. I definitely want to get to that story. But Vanetta, how did you play into making her visions come to life? Not even R&B on the line. Before we get to R&B on the line, other visions that she may have had, what is your role in helping to make those visions come to life?
Well, of course, I've been a corporate America baby. Right. So I'm just getting in or back into my entrepreneurship. But she was the first person I contacted when I found out I was going to be laid off. So she's been, instrumental in, my real estate journey. Of course, now DRG Entertainment. I look up to her in so many ways because she's been an entrepreneur ever since I've known her, probably her whole life. So her vision is amazing. She don't sleep, for one. I mean, she's up all night, like 2 in the morning. It's nothing for her to, call or text. Right. And then she's back up at 5. So she does not sleep. But as far as my role, I'm just, boots on the ground. I just been getting some skin in the game. Wherever she needs me, I'm there.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's a beautiful story of like how we developed this, right? And when you had this vision, right, what were you trying to solve? What problem were you trying to fix? What were you trying to do?
So at the time, I didn't even realize there was a problem that needed to be fixed, right? It was just about, okay, I had an associate that had a venue, right? And they was like, why don't you just throw a party over here? And I'm thinking in my mind, I ain't threw a party since we was doing pool parties back in my 20s. So I'm like, I mean, I might throw a birthday party at my house, but I was like, a party? And I was like, no, I'm not getting ready to do a party right now. Because at that point, it probably was 2 days out. Yeah. So my brain was like, well, I could probably do a party. I was like, but I could do it next Saturday. But we had a homebuyer workshop planned for that Sunday.
Right. Yep.
And I was like, but I know how I move. And I was like, we want to do it. We need to go on and do it. So I called them and stopped by the open houses. They had open houses going on. And I was like, look, I got this event I want to do. I want to do it on at this location. I was like, and it's going to be called R&B on the line. I was like, y'all want to do it? And they was like, the day before the homebuyer workshop. And I was like, yeah. I was like, because then people going to come and then you going to get to tell people to come to the homebuyer workshop. And they was like, okay, I guess. I was like, it's going to be good. It's going to be good.
Right.
So then I created a flyer. And this is my graphic guy too. So I sent the flyer to him, and he went in and did his little thing. And I was like, okay, that's tight. I like that. That'll work. Right. I put that flyer on Facebook, and I mean, when I say it took off, the shares, we probably was 200, 300. Yeah. And I was like, okay, this something the people want right here, you know, and because I'm saying I could post real estate all day long, I ain't getting no shares, right? Right. So I'm like, okay, but again, I couldn't gauge like who was coming, right? Just because you shared it don't mean you're coming, right? But they was tagging, you know, putting that, I was like, that's what's up. Okay. So we kind of got hyped about that, and so I'm on the phone because again, I done posted this flyer about 3 days before the event, and I'm like, only thing I had was a venue. I was like, I had vendors on there, I had live entertainment, I had food trucks, all that. I had all that on there. So I called people like, hey, do you know the people that, cause J-Class Band, that was like my first band I wanted to see up there, period. So I was like, do you know somebody that knows some, you know, so one of the members Facebook, it goes to my church and she's on my Facebook page. So I text her like, hey, can y'all do an event or who do I need to talk to, you know? So she gave me the contact. I said, okay. So then the food truck was challenging. I'm like, who got food trucks? Like, how you get in touch with people that got food trucks? Yeah. So we started talking. Yep. And then I called a few people and they just kept saying, well, how many people you expecting? And I'm like, I don't know. Yeah. And they was like, well, you got a page, you know, because they trying to see the file. And I was like, I ain't got no numbers for these folks. So they was like, I don't know. So one guy did call and he had a barbecue truck. So I said, okay, I need barbecue, you know. So the vision was barbecue, some fried fish, chicken, you know, we good with all that. Right. So then a former, I used to do mortgage lending. So my branch manager, which happens to be her cousin, but he reached out to me and was like, hey, how can I get on with the event you have? But I've known him to do barbecue, and I was like, dang, I already told this person they could do barbecue, and I didn't want the same type of business there. And he said, that's okay. He said, I could do fish and chicken. And I said, oh, okay then, because I want fish and chicken too. So, you know, we talked and got that together. So I was like, okay, cool. So then that was 2, right? So I said, well, I don't know how many people come. It ain't no sense in trying to have a whole lot of food trucks. So we just gonna roll with these 2. So then the vendors, I started saying, who you know that sells something, you know, that might want to get their business out there. So I had a few people call. My girlfriend came all the way up from Tuscaloosa. She sell peanut brittle, her and her mom. And I was like, you gonna come? And she was like, yeah, we gonna come. And I was like, well, come on then. So they came, and that's how it just started coming together. And I was like, we're gonna do it from 3 to 8. That's the time we gonna do it. I was like, that's enough time for people to come. They can come and hang out, and grown folks can go home and do whatever they gotta do. You know what I mean? Right. So I was just thinking about that, but and then it was the coordination, what time we need to be there. I was like, oh Lord, now we got to think about what time you need to be here. Right. So it was just a lot in like 3 days. But when we hit it, and got up there, and did we have our t-shirts? We didn't have t-shirts then. We didn't have none.
We had already had some realtor t-shirts.
Our D's Realty Group shirts. Yes, we did. We had our
so
D's.
We were still in brand.
Yeah, so we was like, just wear your D's Realty Group t-shirt, you know. And so I was like, because we're realtors, this gives us opportunity to touch the community collectively, right? Versus
That's how she sold it.
Yeah, I did. I was like, and we got the workshop tomorrow, so y'all could be out here talking and networking and letting people know that we had. So we went there. And I tell you, when I say I got on the phone with everybody, we got to our numbers the way we need to get to our numbers, and this was a free event. You know what I'm saying? And so got there and got set up, and I mean, it was such a beautiful sight to see these people coming into that lawn. Like it was crazy. And rain had been hovering over like 95% for that whole week. Like 95% that whole to the day. And it rained probably, it started with the sunshine, then it rained probably like 5 minutes, something like that. I looked out there on that line, them people had popped their umbrellas up, baby. They was chilling. And there was a few that was like, okay, this will went a little bit too long, so they went ahead and left. But then it was like a whole other wave of people came through, so I was like, this one I'm talking about right here.
And everybody was thanking us.
Yeah,
for bringing this to Huntsville. Thank y'all for bringing it to North Huntsville.
And then it gave them opportunity to come into the city and not have to go downtown or go out to the suburbs and things like that. And so I was like, this is needed. Just confirmed that it was needed. But the band showed up, they showed out, the DJ came through, the food was great. You know, it was just
the energy was great.
The energy, it was everything.
It was.
So
smiles all around.
And thinking that it was gonna be a one-hit wonder, you know, I'm just saying. Then we got energized. I was like, you know what? We should do, we should do Mother's Day. And they was like, but we got up and took our tail to that home buy workshop. We was on time. We showed up. But we handled our business.
That's right.
So
and what you described is so wonderful. Like you talked about how there's a lot to unpack, right? You talked about how you had this idea, you put out the flyer, right? Let's talk about, Jay, what thoughts did you put into designing that flyer? You said, I want to make this flyer. What did you do to say this flyer is going to be attractive to this audience?
So with the flyer design, even in the majority of what I do, I have conversations with Vanetta and Chris. We all come together and kind of brainstorm ideas. And so with the initial flyer, it was just a conversation that we had. My mom definitely, emphasized that she wanted to make sure that it wasn't doing too much. She's big on that, not wanting the marketing to be overly saturated, because you want people to be able to get the message and know, address for sure, date, time, things like that. We wanted to present, what the atmosphere was going to be like, because it was going to be on the lawn, it was going to be outside, so you wanted to show people, dancing, having a good time. But one of the most important parts of that marketing piece, in my opinion, is conveying that it was an adult-only event. And so that, to me, is what drew the people into it, because, again, there are a lot of people that like to go out and enjoy themselves, especially the more mature crowd, but they want to be around, other mature adults. So I feel like that flyer did a perfect job of conveying that. The colors that were involved were great. And then the main subjects of the flyer, it just gave that this is going to be a good time. So that's how we went about it.
Now let me ask you a question. So we talked about designing the flyer, we talked about the event, but how do you build that trust with that community prior to asking them to buy a ticket?
Well, most of us have been here in Huntsville. I know, Jay was born and raised here. I've been here since '88. Krista the same. So a lot of people know us anyway. Of course, she's been an entrepreneur around town. So a lot of people just, already know that, who we are. A lot of these people we go to church with. So it didn't take a lot for them to build trust. But the more they see us, the more you talk to people, see them, know, you feel like you know them. So people do business with what they know, like, and trust.
That's right.
So, I mean, we're just staying top of mind. We're staying, up front and, in their face. So,
for sure.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, and then you said it was a free event. That was crazy. Why did you decide to do a free event instead of charging from out the gate?
One, it was community, and then it was just about, I mean, that was part of the vision, right? And I was just like, I don't know what it's gonna do for the people, right? But I was like, you know, if they say it's something, let me see how you want to say it. If it's something that you don't, if you're willing to do it for free, but you like, if it's something that you like doing and you willing to do it for free, you should be doing that. You see what I'm saying? And so that's just kind of the space I got it from, because at that time, I mean, we didn't have a budget, and I was like, I have this, so if y'all, I can get these numbers where I need to get them, you know, I'll take care of y'all, but this is how we gonna do it. If you willing to be on board with us, you know, and trust and believe we gonna get it to this place. And they did, and like even with the bands, it was like, maybe I can't give you everything, but I promise you, you'll get to come back, and we're going to take care of you. And that's what I did. You see what I'm saying? So what I say I'm going to do, that's what I'm going to do. Whether it be good, bad, or if I say I'm going to do it, that's what I'm going to do. That's the person I am. So, yeah, and I try to stand like real firm and strong on that. And so that's really what it was about for me. And so I wanted to see the impact it was going to have on the community, period. And then like with the different businesses coming in, the economic aspect of that, and I'm like, I'm a business owner, you know what I'm saying? They in business, so it's like, come on y'all, let's eat, right? But let's eat together. You see what I'm saying? So I told them, like, when they was doing good, and I was like, go on vacation, you know what I'm saying? Or go take care of that bill that you've been trying to take care of, you know what I mean? But I ain't counting your money because I don't care, right? But I see you thriving, and that's the goal, and I want to see you be able to do that. And so sometimes, you know, we push this, we need to do business with each other, right? But now to put you in a position where you doing business and you're not even thinking about it, right? I mean, you may be consciously, I don't know, let me take that back. But you understand what I'm saying? It's just a natural flow of it, right? And so that just fills my heart.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You know, it's an artist in the city, a real famous artist in the city. He got a song that said, don't compete with me, come and eat with me.
Yes,
you know? That's a real valid point. That I don't think enough gets talked about. A lot of people talk about like Huntsville is not really on the same page, but what is your opinion on that? Do you feel like Huntsville is like cliquey, or you feel like it's all on the same page? What's your thoughts on like how entrepreneurship in Huntsville is? Because you've been in entrepreneurship in Huntsville for how long?
I know, but I don't even operate into it, whether it's a cliquey thing or not. I kind of just move in my space, and that's how I'm able to do what I do. So if I kind of get off over and veer off into other thoughts or how people do, I'm not successful in that way. It don't work for me. And so if somebody just come and say, oh, you know they doing that, I'll be like, oh, okay. You know, I ain't know because I'm right here, right? And it's tunnel vision for me. I support. You know what I mean? But I support just out of being genuinely supportive. It's not about trying to see what you doing so I can see what I can do or how you know, I don't delve in that space. Clickiness, so like Vanetta was saying, so like I grew up in Kansas City, Missouri, right? That's why I went to high school. But when I came here to go to Alabama A&M in '88, right, I had my oldest son, my second year in college. And so then it was about what you gonna do next to take care of this child, right? And so I was like, I wasn't gonna go back to school, I knew that, but I saw that I got into cosmetology, and that's how I learned how to connect with people and have conversations and provide for my child I had at the time, which I got another younger son too. So they've seen the entrepreneurship, the good, the bad, the ugly, you know what I'm saying? But I'm still rising, you know what I mean? And I'm still going because it's just in me. So I grew to know that about me, like that's just the world that I should be operating. Even when I try not to, but it still brings me back to it. But in saying all of that, that's the way even on serving in different organizations and things like that. Like I'm on the board for the Huntsville Area Association of Realtors, you know, and I'm like chair of different various committees and stuff like that. So service has always been a thing for me. My grandmother was a big servant of here in the area of Huntsville, Alabama. So it just came through the blood, right? And so my parents do the same thing, and so it's just a natural thing that's within me, really. But the cliquish piece, I was saying all that to say, with me coming in from out of town, I like a lot of people relocating here now, and even like when I was doing hair, had my salon, people were moving here from out of state, and so the conversations they were having was that it was hard for them to connect with the people in the community. Right. And so that made me feel like, like, oh man, so I don't like that, but I understand it, and so I try to make the extra effort, right, to bring them into the space and make them feel like they welcome, and so communicating with them, calling them, shooting a text to them, hey, come on out to R&B on the line, you welcome too, you know what I mean? So yeah.
No, that's what's up. Because what you're describing is you build a platform and you bring people into your platform.
Yeah.
Bring people into
and everybody's welcome.
Everybody.
Yeah. That's
Everybody.
definitely not cliquish. We welcome all.
It's
walks.
Yes.
All
it's
races,
a choice
creeds,
if you
whatever.
decide not to come, but everybody is welcome.
That's what's up.
And just to chime in on what she's saying, in relevance to your question, I've been in entrepreneurship as well. Growing up, seeing her, I gained a natural knack to want to do it. So I've owned multiple businesses, and I've seen, the aspects of where people can feel that way. Mm-hmm. But again, as long as you just keep your nose to the grind and stay focused on what it is that you're doing and what you're building, you can be successful. I feel like a lot of the people that feel as if, Huntsville is cliquish, and you see this across the board, other cities, people say things, but it's because you're not putting enough focus into what you're building. Focus on you. Focus on your business. Don't let the outside noise. Don't pay attention to, they got this amount of fire. They got this likes. When I do this, I don't get these results. Yeah. Just keep going. Keep building, because it's so many people in the world that you don't have to encompass just that circle that you're paying attention to. You got to broaden your horizons, and you can win.
And that's what I like about social media, right? Because it touches so many people in places you didn't even have a clue. Exactly. Don't make us get on our social media page.
Right.
But there's room for all, there's other people trying to do something similar to this. I mean, there's room, for more than
and we welcome it.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
It's
people
friendly competition.
Right. People have presented to us, did you see such and such, whatever. But we're not worried about it. We're not focused on that. We doing what
we
know
doing.
Where
our heart is, like why we did it and where we are and just how we started. But what I was saying about the social media page.
Right. So with the social media, I mean, it's gone. What it's done, I knew this thing was going to be big even from the first flyer, right? And I know the talents that, I possess, they possess, and with our brains and collective, and with marketing, I'm a shark. Yeah. You understand? So I knew what we could build. But for the social media page to amass over 50,000 followers in less than 90 days, today actually marks the 90th day that we've had the page. Yeah. April 24th is when we started. So in 3 months, 50,000 followers and over 5 million views spread across the content on Facebook. Organically. We didn't run any ads. Nothing. We didn't pay any influencers or anything. It's all organic, and the love is coming from all over. Yeah. It's coming from all over. There are people on the page from everywhere: Washington, New York, LA,
and they coming down.
They're literally coming for the event.
It's converting to ticket sales.
Yeah,
that's a special thing.
So what was your content strategy to get to that point?
So for me, it was just encompassing the actual vibe. R&B on the line is not about it's not about the money. It's not about putting on an image. It's about coming out, unplugging for 3 to 8, having the best time of your life. Don't worry about the stress of the week. Don't worry about your bills. People sick, anything. Come out there with a smile, with a heart full, and you're gonna have a great time. People say all the time, "Oh, I need somebody to come with me." No, you don't. You're going to come out and make friends. Not even friends. You're going to come out and make family. R&B on the line is a family that we built. And everybody that comes, that's how we treat them. As soon as you come through that gate or you come on that line, you're family. From the minute you get there.
That's why it's been so popular.
It's laid back. I don't need you dressed. Just because I got a theme, I'm not telling you go put your pumps on, your heels on. You know what I mean? You could be exquisite, a leader, what have you, but at the end of the day, we doing this. You know what I mean? In our lawn chairs or whatever, right? And we just hanging out and we having a good old time.
You're a family reunion.
As fun as it looks online,
it's even
it's that fun in person. It's really like
really more so. I don't even think online even.
You can't even grasp the full.
You got to be there. It's an experience.
But we have people that call us and be like, "I just like y'all energy, y'all energy."
But that's what I'm saying. You got to really experience it. Just imagine it being 10 times better than what you can even imagine seeing online. So being there in person.
But I say it's bigger than us.
Oh, wait.
Because again, it just started with a vision, right? And I mean, like in 3 days, and then here we are today, and we on our 6th event, and people asking when y'all. I'm at church. Me and my husband, we coming out of church, and hey, when y'all next? Thank y'all for everything y'all doing. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, at the store, at the gas station, like it's so like they love. And then the crazy part is like it's so many people there. And in my mind, for whatever reason, I think I can see everybody. And then somebody will say, "Hey, I was there Saturday. I had a good time." I'll be like, "You was there?" And they be like, "Yeah." I'll be like, and then I say, "You know what? Get over it. You're not gonna be able to see
that she was able to pull it off." I tell her all the time, like, I still can't believe that you were able to pull that off in 3 days. But I mean, I'm still,
Absolutely. And when I spend time debating anything, like I get mad at myself because what I said today, I was like, I ain't never outside. I always been on myself, like just go.
Just go with your
That's huge. And that's contagious. That's probably why,
she be.
It's literally contagious. Her energy is infectious. You have to be around it. Once you get a taste of it, and then you're in. I mean, it's like, you ain't going nowhere.
And it's clear, right? Like even sitting here, I can feel that energy, right? It's rubbing off on everybody.
For sure. And it's some sauce, it's some sauce to it. I can't give all the, what I do. But at the end of the day, the biggest thing is that it's not only the online marketing. The biggest thing is that people have to feel that when they come to the event. So the presentation of the event makes my job easier because now all I have to do is present that, and the people that experienced it, guess what? They're the best marketers because they go
word of mouth
online and spread it for me.
And I think that's why it's taken off so much because the people that experience it go back and tell everybody.
And then we run into people and they'll go, I'll be like, "You been on the line? I ain't seen you on the line." And they be like, I'm coming. I be trying to come because I've been having to work on this day or I had to go. But we coming. But they know about it. You see what I'm saying? I'll be like, now they're okay. I'll say, okay, but I just give them I'm like, I ain't seen you on the line. What you doing? And then they be like, we coming. Me and my husband, we had to travel. We coming. We missed the last, and I'm like, hey, okay. So.
That's what's up. Yeah. I do want to go back to one question though about this content strategy. Like for somebody that's building a business that's trying to amass followers, right? You amass 50,000 followers on Facebook.
Right.
What tips and tricks would you give somebody that is actually trying to develop a
following? Consistency is key. I say that all the way across the board. You have to be consistent, and it's not easy. If it was easy, everybody could do it. People look at content creators, things like that. I have a different kind of respect for those people because some people look at it like, oh, they don't do nothing but get online. Whoop, whoop, they don't got no job. You a content creator. I'm like,
little do they know.
It's not easy. You know what I mean? It's long nights, even just preparing marketing, putting together
me and
flyers,
him being too
videos. It's not a lot. We disagree a lot. There's a lot of hard, conversations and things that have to happen in order for us to achieve these kind of results. But it's worth it and it's needed. So consistency is key. You have to find what works for your business or what it is that you're presenting. If it's yourself, if it's your company, clothing brand, event, it doesn't matter. You can't try and emulate what other people are doing because because it works doesn't mean it's going to work for you. So that's my thing. I feel like some people try and force it, and it doesn't come off natural. Your best marketing is going to be what other people say about your brand or your business. So
but know who you talking to too. You gotta know.
You gotta know your audience for sure. And target marketing is key as well. I'm glad you brought that up. Target marketing is very important because if you go in and you don't know who your target audience is, how are you going to know what to post? So.
And I would definitely say, like, from looking at what y'all numbers are and looking at how you're producing your content, it clearly looks like y'all are hitting your target audience.
Yes.
Because you got 50,000 on Facebook, you got 600 something on IG. You're going after a specific audience, right? How did you choose this audience to say that these are the people I want to serve?
Again, it was the vision, but at the same time, we made it an adult-only event. You see what I'm saying?
100%.
So people that gravitate to the message because it's consistent, those are the people that are going to be drawn into the content, right? So, you know, you might have old school. I'm going to give a little bit percentage for them. You know, when I say old school, I'm talking about 23-year-old old souls, what I'm trying to say, right? And they probably be like, I wonder, can I go? You know what I mean? Because I like R&B. I had a girlfriend that texted me. I was telling her to, you know, make sure they were there on the 29th. And she was like, my sons, they teenagers, they love, but can they come? And I was like, no, ma'am. You know, it's adult only. And she was like, okay. But I'm just saying, it is a sector there for that, right? But because it just works.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean? It has worked. It just has worked. And then I had to look at myself, right? What environment do you want to be in? You like your music and your R&B. I can get dressed to the nines, but I don't feel like it today. You understand what I'm saying? But I want to chill out. I can sit outside. I can eat on my hot dog and my, you know what I mean? And I'm good. You want to talk? Let's talk.
But I feel with the Facebook page, though, I think we got really fortunate that everything that was posted early on went viral.
Yeah.
So you know when it goes viral, it's millions of
consistent.
views. So many eyes got on it that it was just the page.
And building upon it.
Right.
Yeah.
It just,
And that's one of the
pretty much
hardest
on.
things I feel that a lot of people aren't able to take advantage of. When you do have that moment or have your moment and you get those eyes on you, you have to keep building upon it. Some people get the eyes on them and they take off. And they never are able to regain that momentum. So you have to keep it going.
That's right.
And that's a real good thing with Jay. He's really good with the analytics piece.
Because I be like,
he knows
you
how to
need
position the post and when to do it.
And then I be calling.
Chris and I are both be like, let's post it.
Right.
Like, hold on, y'all are doing too much.
And I be like,
he
nah,
knows
we
a lot
there.
about the, you know, the back end piece of
Too
it.
much.
Because we would be posting.
Hey, it's working.
It is working, though.
It's working. It does work.
My
so I give
patient,
him
honey. I be
kudos
like,
and credit. Like he's really, really good.
I be like, on the look,
Yeah.
wait a minute now, what time did you say we was
Right. We call him every 5 minutes. He just not like, look.
I got
I just gotta stop responding because they'll keep going. I just let them talk to each other. I'm like, when I'm done, I chime back in. You're right. Yeah.
Group chat going up.
Right. Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
But put your my last thing on that, make sure that whatever message it is that you're putting out or that you want to present, put it in your marketing. Just think of it that way. Whatever your message is that you're building around your brand, before you post, before you create, just think, is this conveying my message or our message?
Right. No, that's what's up.
And we are serious about the brand, as you can see. Like,
You gotta be
Absolutely.
serious
We don't play
about
about
it.
this
You
brand.
gotta be serious.
Yeah.
But we did mention we're local realtors, right?
Right, 100%.
And so we do have, so we probably like the people that like to talk and be on the front line. But we do have some team. So the D's Realty Group, that's the team that I have, right, in real estate. And so we do have some other participants. But they be like, nah, y'all go ahead, y'all go ahead. Yeah, we got it.
Well,
But
it's
shout out to
even
Tim
more
Dozier
than just them.
well, it's more than, but
got
I would
the
just make
real-
a statement.
right.
But we
So
got
shout
some
out-
friends that's like, and my husband, they be like,
There's a
babe,
lot
what
of people
time?
that be-
Hands
the
on
day of
deck.
the event, they got the shirts on.
Yeah.
So everybody play a
They
role.
boots on the ground, and I'm thankful and blessed for that, right? Because I'm just big. I don't know. I'm just big on. I need help. I like help, but I will do everything if I gotta do everything, and that ain't necessarily a good thing, right? Right. I know. But I'm just saying it is
will
what
take
it
it
is.
all over.
Yeah, and so I'm like, I'm learning, but I'm blessed in that aspect. So I know God sent you the people that's supposed to be in your space, and if they ain't supposed to be there long, He gonna move that too. You know what I mean? But we're very blessed in that aspect that we got some really good people that's looking out and want us to succeed, and they really support the vision.
And you know God's hand's been on this.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
no
I
way
said
we
it's
had this
bigger.
success
It's definitely
if it were
bigger.
not for God. So you know when you're positioned in the right place and God's already ordained that thing or gone before you, then we just kind of have to show up. So
Shout out
although
to
we
the
do
day
the work,
ones,
we do the
man.
work, but it's been, you can tell God's hands on it.
And we got some consistent attendees and
vendors.
been in
Shout out to the day ones.
Yeah,
we got some
the
people
day
that's been
ones.
with us since day one.
So
I
they
love it.
they win
I love
it, and that really make you smile. Like,
And
oh
they-
man,
yeah.
and they be like, you know, I'm here.
Yeah.
You know, we come. You know, I'm be like,
And
come on.
They gonna go to war for us
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
They gonna,
yeah.
for sure.
So
For sure.
it's been good.
That's the beauty.
Yeah.
That's the real beauty.
All right, this is my last question before we get into the promotion of the event, right? So, Velvet Visionaires, this podcast exists for entrepreneurs to be seen, remembered, and trusted, right? What's one lesson about building trust that you think every entrepreneur should hear?
One lesson about building trust that every entrepreneur should hear. Again, going back to what I say, do what you say you gonna do. Mean what you say what you say, right? I don't care if it's about, you're not here to make everybody feel good, but it's great if everybody feels good. And when I say that, and I mean not say you're not here to make everybody feel good, you're not gonna be able to satisfy everybody.
Right, exactly.
And so you need to understand that and be very clear on that, right? But take accountability, you know, when necessary, to keep it moving so that we can, hey, we stand accountable on this and we gonna do what we need to do to make it right or what have you, but we're not gonna always get it right. We still a work in progress and understand and know that. And as an entrepreneur, you are growing. You are learning every day, right? You are going to make some mistakes. So trust and believe and understand that, but it's not the end of the world and it's okay. And everybody not gonna like you.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But I feel like you stay cordial, right? Understand that you got to make the tough decisions sometimes when it comes to business, right? Because it's not glory every day. But don't give up. Don't give up and don't lose yourself and dim your light, right, for anybody else.
Right.
But understand the purpose, what the mission is, and your vision, and then you follow through with that.
Yep.
I like that.
For sure.
What you say, Jay? What you got to add to it?
I would say everything she just said was spot on. That's perfect.
Yeah.
And even just tying it back into R&B on the line and DRG Entertainment, it definitely has not been, you know, all sunshine and roses. You know what I mean? We've had a lot of challenges and things that come up that we had to, you know, fight through. And, you know, by the glory of God, we've been able to do so. But like she said, you can't please everybody. But if you're going in with a good heart and a good purpose when you are, you know, making decisions in certain things, it's going to always work out for you. So that's very important. I would say one of the biggest things about building trust as an entrepreneur is when you do mess up, try to make it right. You know, you can't please everybody. And sometimes people may feel like you've done wrong even when you haven't. But when you've done wrong and you realize you've done wrong, make it right. And it'll take you a long way. Even if the people or the thing that you done that was wrong or didn't go the way that person liked, and they may never come shop with you again or spend money with you again, anything like that, for sure they know that you attempted to make it right. And that goes a long way.
That's what's up.
For sure.
That's what's up. What you say,
So, you know, again, I'm the worker bee of the group. So I was just forced into retirement. So I am getting back under my entrepreneur umbrella, but I'm from a world of the customer's always right. So I'm, you know, just really trying to reprogram myself and learn again from both of these. They are really, really wise and good at what they do. But I agree with them both. They both were spot on with, you know, you just got to do what you say and say what you do and just be very consistent. And the customer's not always going to be right, but you stay firm on what you're doing. That's right. And it all works out.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
So when is the next event? When is the next one gonna be?
August
29th.
August 29th.
It's gonna be a time. I can't wait.
It's gonna be the
So this is the longest we've waited. You know, we've had them back to back to back to back. So we've got a little span here. So we've got some time to really get it perfect.
But we are really, this is our first event with the nationally known R&B artist, two-time nominated nominated. Miss Selena
Singer,
Johnson.
songwriter, actress.
Yes.
It's amazing. We are excited about Selena
about
Johnson.
that. And so that's August 29th at the Bob Harrison Center, 6156 Pulaski Pike. We got the big lawn, right? It's Northwest Huntsville. But we here for it.
So we got the parking, we got the lawn, we got all the obstacles that people have, actually told us there were issues in past venues. So we've got it all covered now. So everything's solved. Just come out.
That's what's up.
And then we know that there was an event that we had to cancel prior to this one. That was the red, white, and denim, right? And it was so cute, the people showing up.
They was ready.
That hurt my heart. That was the first one I had to cancel. That was so hurtful. But I say all that, if I could just say this again, let's be clear. We are honoring the purchase tickets from that event. So they need to know that we are honoring the purchase tickets. That includes the general admission ones and the VIP, as well as the bring the tent option. So they would just show up that day of, and then we'll get their names, and then they'll be able to proceed into the venue.
Yeah. And if people want to buy tickets, how do they buy them?
Eventbrite. R&B on the line. If it don't say R&B on the line,
it's not
us. Ain't us.
Or if it does say R&B on the line, it's DRG
Entertainment. Okay, my bad.
There's a lot of people using that.
Right.
DRG Entertainment, but we are R&B on the line.
You're right.
Yeah.
Check me.
Yep, Eventbrite right now. Go get your ticket.
Go get your ticket
you watching
now.
It right, so go get your ticket right now. Don't wait.
Better hurry because the VIPs sold out. So we've sold out of the VIPs. So we do have some general admissions. So y'all better.
And we got some meet and greets. Y'all come meet Selena. She's a beautiful soul.
She is a sweetheart.
An amazing singer, and she gonna kill it.
She is. We got Danny Sings, who's a local artist too. Danny Sings. Yeah, family.
She was about to tear it up at
what?
Daddy was like, she up there performing in the rain.
Right. She was like, y'all gonna see how this show goes.
She did an amazing
And we got DJ Caddy. He's bringing the sound in, the DJ. So we got it. Yes, we growing and we growing.
A lot of vendors.
Yep, quite a few vendors and our food trucks. I mean, the love is everything, but it's just like I said, it's bigger than us. But we are embracing that.
And shout out to our sponsors.
Yeah, sponsors. Yes.
AT&T, Allstate,
AT&T, Happy Health, Allstate, Bank Independent. They believed in us, baby.
Julian Jones.
Yeah. Hey, and if you didn't hear your name, that means we ain't got your check.
We are getting more sponsors. We need more sponsors.
Yeah, for sure. Be a part of this.
Yeah.
Partner with us.
If somebody wants to be a sponsor, how do they reach out?
Contact me, Vernetta Johnson. I'll have my number somewhere, but I'm over sponsorship.
But follow the page on Facebook.
We want to partner with
you need.
It's a phone number accessible, 256-288-9070. And that'll put you in touch with who you need to get in touch with. But let's make it happen, community, because this going to be a family reunion.
Yeah. For sure.
That's what's up. Anybody, you already talked about how we reach out to it. If they want to buy a house, they want to reach out to y'all. You can do that.
256-288. I'll get the keys.
Time is now.
I'll get the keys with Krista D's. Yes, you can call at the D's Realty Group. We broke by Norlove's Realty. We gotta say that to stay in compliance.
For sure. I'm Jay Solder for you, Jay Matthews. Give me a call. I just posted a. Y'all go on Facebook, go on Instagram, check my social media out. My content, Put your eyes on it.
Jay Matt, he left his mama hanging.
No, he's good. And Vernetta Johnson, 256-653-8881. The time is now.
The time is now.
Take care of you, for sure.
All right, man, I appreciate y'all. Listen, man, this is the Bell Visionaires podcast. For those visionaries that are watching, make sure y'all take action on the things that y'all learned today, right? We learned a lot with D's Realty Group. We learned a lot from Krista D's, Jay Matthews, Vernetta Johnson. We learned a lot, and I want y'all to take action on this, man. So don't just watch the video. Get up and do something. Take some action. And with that,